Okay, so this lesson is review of linear functions, and the learning goal is to sketch more linear functions and find important features of the graphs, all right? So the best way to do that is with an example. A lot of this will probably feel like a little bit of revision, but it's actually really important that we go over it again. Okay, so we're going to sketch the following, finding on the same set of axes, showing all intercepts. Now, I know that many of you want to go straight to a table of values. What we're going to do is we're going to draw it without a table of values because we'll find the intercepts, all right? Now, I want to explain something first. So, the x-intercept happens at, all the x values here, right? It happens at a value of y, okay? And if you look at it, y is 1 there, y is -1 there. It actually happens at y equals 0, okay? So when y equals 0, we'll find when it crosses the x-axis, okay? So let's do that. At y equals 0, okay, so we're going to substitute that in. This whole thing will become 0, so we've got x minus x plus 6 equals 0, and then I've got negative x minus 6, because I've moved the minus 6 across to the other side, and then these two will cancel out, so therefore x equals 0. Not 0, 6, okay. So we have a point there. The point is the x value is 6 and the y value is 0. So I can put that on our graph. So we go x 0, y, x is 6 and y is 0. So that's right there. So that's the point 6, 0. Okay. So let's find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept happens at what value of x? Well, when x equals 0. All right. I'm going to use a different colour. So I go at x equals 0. All right. And we're going to substitute that in. So that whole term becomes 0. So it's going to be 2y plus 6 equals 0. So we've got 2y equals minus 6 because we've minus 6 from both sides. Therefore, y equals -3. So we have a point here as well. The x value is 0 and the y value is 3. So we can write that as 0, 3, -3, sorry. So let's do that. I'm going to rub this off. Let's do that here. 0, -3 is there, okay. So that's the point, 0, -3. Now, because this is a linear graph, and we know that because this is to the power of 1, okay, see how it's not x squared, it's not x to the half, it's not x to the 4. We know it's a straight line. So because I've got 2 points, now I can draw my line. So I might draw it in purple highlighter. And let's see how we go. Okay. Let me try that again. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, so that's the line 2y x equals 0. Now, there's one thing about this equation. It's written in general form because it's written in sort of general form. General form is ax plus by plus c equals 0. So all we have to do is swap these two around, and we'll get into general form. Okay, so hopefully that, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's move on. Okay, let's do the same thing with the second one. Okay, we're going to draw it just by finding the y and x-intercept. So at y equals 0, so we're doing the same thing that we did the first one. We've got 0 equals -6, because that becomes all 0, plus 6. So therefore, x equals 6, because I've just added x there. That means I add x there. Okay. So that means we have the point. The x value is 6, the y value is 0. I'm going to do this in a different color. Let's go purple. So 6 and 0, so we go. So it's the same point here. So hopefully you can see that there. All right, let's keep going. At x equals 0, what does y equal? So that whole thing becomes 0. Y equals 6. So we have a point there, 0, 6. So that will be, and I'm doing this in purple, aren't I? Up there, at there. Now I can draw my graph. I'm going to use green, and I'm going to draw it as best I can. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so that is this line here. Okay. And that's written in gradient intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, where m is your gradient and b is your y-intercept. Which is true, because see, it does cross the y-intercept here at at the y value of 6. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now, also what we've done here, so we've drawn two linear graphs just by putting their intercepts. By putting y equals 0, we find the x value there. By putting x equals 0, then we find the y value there. And then because it's a straight line, we grab our ruler and we just draw a straight line. But what we've also done is we've found the point of intersection. See how this and this are the same point? And it's here, all right? So we've found the point of intersection of these two lines. There is a way that we can find this algebraically as well. So what I'm going to do is, for the final part of this video, is I'm going to solve simultaneously these two equations and see if we get to the same point. All right, so I've got the same slide except without the axes, and we'll go back and look at it. And what we'll do is we'll solve simultaneously. And I know we've done this, but let's do it again. So I'm going to go 2y minus x plus 6 equals 0. The reason I'm rewriting it is so we can have beautiful working out. So this is what I want to see in your books. And then 2, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange 2. You can do your own way and move everything to that side so it looks like number 1. So let's do that. So y will stay positive, and then I've got plus x minus 6. So I've plus x there, I've minus 6 there, and so I have to plus x minus 6 on this side, and that's what I've written, and it's all equal to 0 because there's nothing left on this side. So I'm going to call that 2a because I've just moved it around, okay? And now I've seen an opportunity, x and negative x, all right? So I can add them together, okay? And I'll get rid of x. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 plus 2a because I want to eliminate one of the variables. I'm going to put a straight line through here so I can do more working out. And so let's do that. 2y plus y, that's just 3y. We've already talked about the x's. Let's talk about 6's. 6 plus minus y, well, that's 0, so that's good. So it equals 0, therefore y equals 0. Okay, so that's really, really good. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is sub y equals 0. I want to sub it into this guy, and in this guy, it's called number 2. So I'm going to explain that into 2 because I've labelled it, all right? So I've got 0 equals minus x plus 6. So I've just subbed it into this guy, okay? So I can go straight to there. Therefore, x equals 6 because I've just plus x there, and I've got a positive x there. All right. So therefore, point of intersection is, and the x value is 6, and the y value is 0. So let's put that in. 6, 0. Now, is that what was expected from what we did in the last, what we did with graphing up? Well, let's have a look at it. Yes, it is. This was what we looked at here. We saw that that and that are the same thing, and they actually happen at x equals 6 and y equals 0, which is the point where these two graphs meet. So that's the point of intersection. All right, that's the lesson for tonight, today, wherever. Peace out. If I can, I don't know.